And welcome back. So, Made with Love review, a comfort watch that plays it safe but gets the emotion right. Netflix Indonesian series Made with Love, directed by Teddy, is a quiet character driven drama that doesn't try to overwhelm you with twist and spectacle. Instead, it focuses on something much simpler and often harder to pull off well: emotional authenticity. At the center of the story is Luca, played by Mawar, a passionate young sauce a chef working at her mother's restaurant, Uma Rasa. Luca isn't just trying to cook well, she's trying to carve out her own identity in a space where her mother's reputation looms larger over everything she does. That internal struggle becomes the emotional backbone of the series. Luca's journey is shaped by constant pressure from expectations at work, from her family, from her own desire to prove herself. She's ambitious but also uncertain, talented but still searching for validation. That makes her incredibly relatable, even when her decision feels messy or emotionally driven. The dynamic between Luca and her mother is one of the strongest elements of the show. On the surface, her mother comes across as strict, demanding, and emotionally distant. But as the series unfolds, the writing slowly reveals more complexity. Her control isn't just authority, it also fear, shaped by personal struggle and health-related challenges that affects her ability to continue as chef. The idea that a chef could lose the ability to taste adds an especially painful layer to her character, blending professional identity with personal loss. Then comes Dennis, played by Deva, who enters Luca's world as both a competitor and a catalyst for change. Dennis isn't written as a typical rival or love interest. Instead, he carries a quiet confidence that never feels forced. He communicates more through actions than words, especially in the kitchen, where his approach to food reflects both discipline and instinct. His presence naturally disrupts Luca's emotional balance, not through trauma but through contrast. What works well here is how the series handles the relationship between Luca and Dennis. Instead of forcing romance into the foreground, it allows it to develop gradually. Their connection grows through shared work, creative disagreements, and long hours in a demanding kitchen environment. It feels organic, grounded, and unforced, and that's really the tone of the entire series. Made with Love doesn't rely on a high-stake twist or exaggerated conflict. Even its romantic elements are subtle, built slowly over time rather than driven by dramatic turns. The kitchen itself becomes more than just a setting; it becomes a pressure cooker of emotion, where emotion, insecurity, and creativity constantly collide. The series also does a strong job of portraying the reality of running a restaurant. It doesn't glamorize the professional. Instead, it shows the constant struggles behind it. Financial pressure, staffing issues, creative burnout, and the emotional toll of trying to keep uh, trying to keep a business alive. This grounded details makes the world feel lived in and believable. Visually, the show leans into simplicity. The focus is less on stylized presentation and more on cooking process itself. Food preparation feels real and tactile, which helps reinforce the grounded tone of the narrative. It's not about spectacle, it's about experience. That said, the show's biggest strength is also where it may feel limited for some viewers because Made with Love is intentionally restrained. It doesn't offer much in terms of surprise or high energy storytelling. The pacing is calm, sometimes even predictable, and certain emotional bits could have been explored more deeply if the series had chosen to take a bigger risk. But despite that, it succeeds at what it sets out to do. This is not a show that tries to shock you. It's a show that wants you to sit with its character, understand their struggle, and gradually connect with their emotional journey. And in that sense, it works. By the end of the series, what stands out most isn't any major plot twist or dramatic reveal. It's the emotional growth of its character. Luca's search for identity, her evolving relationship with her mother, and her quiet connection with Dennis all come together in a way that feels sincere and grounded. So overall, Made with Love is a comfort watch. It plays it safe, yes, but it does with intention and it gets the emotional core exactly right. It may not be bold, unpredictable, but it's heartfelt, and sometimes that's more than enough. Thank you for watching.